Welcome, 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 welcome. Hi. Where's my lip gloss? Wait, I put it in here. Where's my lip gloss? Being cold, I like got a sweater and a blanket on. So, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I love you. Good morning. You're only a day away. That's our theme song. Besides, welcome, welcome, welcome to the big blue house. Little orphan Annie. Little orphan Annie. She's so sweet. The sun will come out tomorrow. It's one of my favorite movies. Yep. Oh, well, good evening to you. Good morning. Good morning. Wow, 1 minute, and there's that many of you? You must have got the notification. Let me just hook Sheldon up real quick because he's over here struggling. He's over here struggling. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's eating your breakfast. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. That light is on. It's so dark in here. It's snowing out. I'm tired. Yesterday wore me out. So sorry I didn't come back last night. I know I said I would. But yesterday was a lot. And I did some research. And you know how I said that I think someone's gonna die with the throat? And like restricted. I don't even think it's the throat. It was just a message from me that someone's restricted on talking. And in the midst of my research, there's something called, well, we know agitation, but is that what it is? Where it's like that happens and then someone usually passes within like 3 days or something. Something like that. But I really don't want to get into that. I'm sitting in the same exact place and we're talking about it and I still see the same situation. So just want to get to fire. I want to get to fire and then I want to do a quick weekend read. So let me get to the card view. Oh no, all of a sudden I'm really warm. So fresh and so clean, clean. So what's going on with my throat? What's going on with my throat, yo? February 5th already, huh? Already. So clean, clean. What do you mean? It's backwards. You know. Oh, is it supposed to be that way? Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure you can still see even if it's this way. Because you know what? This is the way it's gonna be. Alrighty, schnighty. So I'm gonna quickly recap. Then we're just gonna bounce into this. You're in class. Well, I'm gonna timestamp. So, fire, fire, fire. So yesterday, for those who do not know, who did not watch, I attempted to do fire and just it went a different direction. Okay, so I laid the 10 cards. I'm going to lay the same exact 10 cards. I didn't even get to clarifying. Okay, so that's why we already have the cards. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, King of Wands, Judgment. Oh yeah, Page of Pens came out with Strength. And then we have 10 of Wands. So, as I was saying yesterday, I kind of get the same exact feel when it comes to a second chance with love and having the strength to actually, go after it, try to ground something. But at the same time, we have the same situation where this weighs very heavily on someone. So it's either they want it or they don't. I don't really see confusion. I don't really see a decision. Of course, I got to clarify. I don't know who the Queen of Cups is. I do see this masculine with the Page of Cups, like, hey, like, I do want this. There is feelings. There's something there. I mean, you do make me happy, but it's exhausting. It's a lot. I don't know if they think you have baggage, they have too much baggage. And you know me, I don't even like the word baggage, but I feel like that's the way somebody is presenting something. But again, I think what's weighing mostly on this person on my fire is whomever, you're dealing with or consulting with. It's just if something's not said or presented, it's just a lot, right? It's weighing on someone. I don't know if the Queen of Cups turned their back because the Six of Swords does represent a lesson in tarot, you know, but the Six of Swords and the Nine of Wands right here is also like, don't give up, or it's just somebody, left the building and it is what it is. Um, it does look like the King of Cups, the King of Wands is in love. Definitely has feelings, there's no question. Or is questioning if somebody else is. But it's like he wants it and the back is turned there too. So let's bounce into this. Let's find out who this Queen of Cups is. Aries, Leo, Sag. First 2 weeks in February. What is under my nail? Can't stand things under my nail. All right. What's up with this Queen of Cups? Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. Her cup is almost overfilling. See how she's holding the drips here? Hey, Dave. Hey, Dwayne. Hi, all. So, I'm not really sure what that's regarding. Clearly, someone who has a big heart and a lot of emotions, right? About something. I don't see it as being like too much, she's not reversed. It's not anything like that. Queen of Cups. She's rocking that red lipstick. Seven of Pence. Let's get one more. She's just telling me she invested in something. Or considering, do I nurture waiting. Sometimes it's a card of waiting. I look at it more as a card of patience. Um, you may have felt a weight. So you are invested. So I don't know if you expect this Prince of Pence to come at you, offer something. Guys, it is the Prince. It's really slow, right? Slow and steady wins the race. But again, it's like, I don't know if you're dealing with fire or not. Somebody who wants to take action. I don't know if they're taking action. It looks like they could have a family with kids all jumping around them. It looks like a really good guy, though. He'd be a good guy to be like a family guy or like a mentor. Um, but again, it's like the feelings, Page of Cups, Prince of Pence. It's like having the strength, but having the strength to what? Confront it or to drop the weight when it comes to something. It might have nothing to do with any of this because it's going in another direction, right? But it almost is, he's looking at him like, hey, I need to drop these sticks. This is, the Ten of Wands is someone who chooses to carry the burden, okay? So I don't know if you invested a certain amount of time with someone. I don't know if I want to do potential outcome at the same time or at the end. Let's do it at the end. Because this is just saying, if you're waiting, I would not wait. I'm not an advocate on waiting unless somebody's like literally sitting you down and being like, listen, here's the deal, here's what's going on, but this is how I feel and yada yada. Because I mean, you're dealing with having to be extremely patient with somebody who's extremely slow. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It just, but it's the slowest knight in the deck. And this is a prince, okay? Hasn't even reached the knight stage. So I don't know how you feel about that. Maybe you're okay with what they want or what they want to offer, or this could be somebody that, gosh, I don't know. All right, what's the Six of Swords? Eight of Swords. So someone's feeling stuck over a situation. And the thing is, there's a lesson here. So I don't know if she turned her back because she waited too long and what she was. So to me, it looks like someone offered something, said something, wanted something, and for real, it just wasn't enough. Because it looks like you turned your back. And I don't necessarily think this is you that feels trapped or conflicted. It could be. I don't see any type of confliction or confusion like that on the board. So this is why is the Eight of Swords here? Because there's a lesson here, and it's like gotta learn the lesson, gotta move forward, and someone still feels stuck. So strength. So somebody has to pick up on this lesson and pick themselves up. And that's why the Nine of Wands is here, because it's like, do I give up? Do I not? I'm exhausted. I don't know what to do. So if that's you, you mentally have to get yourself out of that and pick up on the lesson. You have to acknowledge something as a lesson. You have to acknowledge something and accept something and have enough strength to move forward. And here we have the strength card with the Page of Pence. Here, Page, which is the same as the Prince. And let's just say the Page of Pence is over here too with strength. So it's like a double combo. They're still coming out side by side. So there might be a chance that this person will push past what they need to push past, because it's the same two identical, still side by side. Okay. So you're either going to push through this or you're not. It looks like it's the masculine that needs to push through a situation. Or they could be dealing with a Leo, because strength represents Leo. Okay, so a Leo could make them feel trapped. There could be a Cancer, there could be a Leo, there could be an Aries. This is another card of Leo. And water. You do have a Sag, but it can be anyone. You do have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo too. Okay. This is Nine of Wands. So either this, I don't see the. To be honest with you, I can't tell you the strength is next to both of them. So I don't know if that's another person or just the energy. To me, it's this person just needs to push through, pick up on a lesson, and get through this. Yeah, so the Tower came in. Could be in with the Scorp. But you know what? It's like someone wants to give up. Everyone got thrown from the damn tower. Tower. And, you're going to give up, then give up. You want to feel conflicted and mentally put yourself there, then go fucking suck on a pacifier. I'm here to teach you guys. This is a straight up lesson. Acknowledge it, accept it. If it's not for you, it's for the other person. But if you learned this lesson, be strong enough to accept that things had to fucking crumble and be out. Because you're dealing with someone. If this is not you, you're legit dealing with somebody who's not picking up on a lesson, still feels stuck, still feels conflicted, doesn't know if they should give up or not. That's not on you. And if it's you that I'm talking to, it is on you. Acknowledge, accept, and let's get on. Get on with it. Something here is not enough. So what are you doing? I understand feelings can get involved, but Eight of Swords, you mentally put yourself there. Ten of Wands, you chose to carry the burden. This wanted to come out. Eight of Pentacles, you could be dealing with someone who's just puts all the work and focus into a hobby, work, anything to avoid a Tower, anything to avoid thinking about something, even though they can't stop thinking about something. Nine of Cups, please. The Devil with the Empress. I don't know who the Empress is, but we've got the Five of Cups. Someone feels really lonely, or this is an energy that you really miss. I can't tell if this is saying karmic or not. I think this is more like, could be borderline obsession. This could be a drinking addiction, being the Nine of Cups right here. Any type of addiction, porn, whatever. Addiction or temptation. What's the Devil? So this could be blocking. If there's an addiction, it could be blocking how something's supposed to go. The Chariot. So again, you could be dealing with a Cancer, but this is, for me, it's more like push through it. It's not really giving me the answer here. I mean, you could be addicted to racing cars, buying cars. You're doing something. Let's find out what this Devil is real quick before we proceed. What's the Devil? Could be an adrenaline junkie too, and Just be, just be careful there. I mean, 2 fell out, I don't want them, but 1 is the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissistic, one-sided relationship, love bombing, so could be something toxic going on. But again, you do have the, the dragonfly, where it's like things come into light, time to adapt, change, and heal. But I really just want one card. Those came out though. And in all reality, it could be something like that. Because the devil and the chariot's about moving forward too, and the devil energy, could be multiple things. I don't necessarily think it's pushing through fear here. I think it's more something karmic, but adapting and moving forward, to be honest with you. But this is devil. Because that I need to know what that is so we can figure out what the rest of this read is pertaining to. Yeah, karmic relationship and sunglasses. Letting go but loving, resentment, having to learn a lesson, stalking, focusing out, gaslighting, not changing their perception, kind of sweeping shit under the rug, not addressing something, wearing the shades. So there is something karmic going on. So I don't know if you're dwelling on something. Drinking could possibly be getting in the way because it's on the 9 of Cups, or this karmic is getting in the way of your own happiness. It's like Spirit saying 3 times here to move forward. I, I don't know if someone's telling you something too, but like if you're a cross watcher, this is up to them. And if this is you, it is up to you. 3 times. Looks like you could have lost something here. An opportunity for love, Queen of Cups, and boy, does she love. I mean, the cups spilling over. I already said there was a lesson here with the 6 of Swords, but you're still feeling stuck and trapped. You need strength. You need to get out of it. If you have an addiction, you got to knock that in the butt. You got the Tower on the 9 of Wands. Do I give up? Do I not? But it looks like instead of addressing, you're putting all your work and effort into work with the 8 of Pentacles. When you should be moving forward, you should be getting out of this toxic energy. It's not making you happy. That's why I feel like there's an addiction here to top it off. There's a lot of cups. Remember, at the end of the read, I will do possible outcomes for you. But this is this is what's happening now. Toxic, feeling restricted, still not moving forward, and Spirit 3 times in your face. To me, it's got to be clear. Someone's telling you this is an issue, or you're seeing signs, because there's fucking 3 signs on the board right now. You know? And if you have no one in your life, you're not in a relationship or dating, you're holding back your love. You're like, I don't know if it's resentment, whatever went down with your past. Like, you gotta push through. Somebody's getting locked up too. There's jail here all day. I don't know if someone stole cars, dealt with drugs, laundering, money, something. If Because the 8 of Swords and the Tower together is a lockup, right? But with the 9 of Swords here, you might have a chance to be set free, or you're about to get released. You did your time with the 8 of Pentacles. But don't be joyriding, because with the Devil and the Chariot following the lockup or you getting free, be real careful drinking and driving. I don't know if you get locked up for that. I guess it depends on what you got locked up for. You don't usually get locked up for, you know, for that. I mean, New Hampshire is getting pretty strict. I think if you have like more than 5 or something, you're doing a good 6 months. But um, I don't know who that message is for, but it's fucking clear as day. Selling pills, drinking, like be better than that, because somebody might come back around that could trigger you. That's a strong message for someone because that's a lockup. 8 of Swords, the Tower. That's somebody in getting locked up. But with the 6 of Swords and the 9 of Swords being there, that's all being set free and having like a second chance with judgment. Like you did your time with the 8 of Pence, and you might be really happy and feel that freedom, but with the Devil and the Chariot, don't go back to a comic. Don't hang out with friends that put you in the situation to get locked up. Take the blame for getting locked up, clearly. But what if you didn't want to be a snitch? Or what if, you know what I'm saying? Like, be real careful because the outcome's not looking so great. And you have a second chance here for whoever that message is for. Or maybe you didn't even know somebody was locked up and could be somebody you know and you didn't even realize it and they're finally free. I don't know what that's about. Or somebody's about to like, you had your second chance and someone's about to do something real stupid and you're gonna get locked up again. And I'm telling you, it might even be foolish, like love, like doing something stupid. Besides the jail, I think somebody invests in time with someone. If you're with someone or dating, it looks like someone invests in time with someone. He or she turned their back. Clearly, you probably know what's up. There could possibly be an addiction. If not, this is, you know, they're still in something karmic, or they're stuck in something karmic. It doesn't mean they're in a karmic relationship. It just means they're still stuck in a karmic situation. But they can get themselves out of this, especially if you're conflicted. Because whomever I'm speaking to, you're choosing to carry this burden. And you're holding on to memories because that was in the butterfly, the dragonfly, you know, holding on to things. But things need to come to light. Things need to change. You need to adapt and heal. All right. It was a one-sided relationship, love bombing, self-absorbed, or it could be a narcissist. And then when I clarified again, clearly it told me, you know, karmic relationships, triggers, turmoil, gotta let go. And sunglasses, you know, watching, stalking, gaslighting, focusing out, not addressing. And the Tower came in. This is like kind of the scary thing. This is an important read because it needs to be acknowledged. And it looks like instead of acknowledging it, you're just either drinking or focused on work or joyriding. Like you should be in hermit mode. Somebody might repeat another pattern here. If you're cross watching, I hate to break the news to you. Doesn't look great. I'm going to get a possible outcome because clearly this is kind of what's going down now. But it doesn't look great. You don't, you know, doesn't look great. Choosing to carry a burden, still feeling stuck. Give up, don't give up. Fuck it, Tower came down, whatever. Let me grab a fucking margarita. Let me roll a blunt. Let me go out with my friends. Let me, you know, seclude myself. Let me, you know, get so intoxicated or so wrapped up in shit, you can't even fucking see what's in front of you. This is Page of Cups. mean, there seems to be a lot of emotions and feelings, but it doesn't look like anybody's addressing them because there's no feelings coming out with what's currently going on. So it's not being addressed. If you're keeping your feelings from somebody, bad move. Bingo. Hold them back. You could have already lost a situation because, you know, made someone wait. So now you're about to, with a tower here, depending on how this goes, guilt and a lot of shit's gonna kick in now. You're making it harder on yourself. If you're dealing with someone like this, I don't really know what to tell you because I don't think you can help someone. This is mental confliction, carrying your own burdens, holding back from what you really want, not telling someone how you feel, not addressing something, possibly about to repeat another pattern. I don't see how this energy can move forward right now, so be careful if you're cross watching. I hate to be Debbie Downer, but I gotta tell you what I see. Especially if you're in a relationship and you're trying to figure out what's going on. Clearly you know, but not enough because somebody's just like, hey, I got feelings for you. You know I love you. But maybe I got a family with kids here because this one's got kids all around them, or they're a teacher, or just kind of like would be a good role model. It, if they put work and effort into something right now, you're not getting that. This could be your friend. I mean, fuck, for all I know, I haven't talked to Ash in weeks. She could be going through this, having a really tough time. Her brother passed almost a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be her being like, drinking. I don't want to talk about it. I don't, you know what I mean? Why move forward? Fuck that. Like, why? I don't want love. People just get hurt, killed. You see what I'm saying? Like, this can go in so many directions. Take it as it resonates, you know? I will tell you, I did see the Six of Cups and certain stuff. There is a little past life regression, okay? Not enough for me to address. But there is some family shit going on here, and not just current family shit. This is how you were raised. I know people don't like hearing that. This is somebody who wasn't raised with unconditional love. This is somebody that surely could have struggled to get to their success with the chariot, and now they don't know what to do. But again, that's not on you. There's been enough stuff addressed if all these cards are coming in this order. You're already aware of it. It's almost like not being addressed. Or it's almost like, oh, I know exactly what Courtney is saying, but you know what? It is what it is. I am who I am now, and that's it. Nah, it doesn't work that way because it's legitimately holding you back. Someone needs a good fucking cry here. Like a big burst of crying in front of family, friends, by yourself, a child. Like, I don't know, like a good old cry. Sometimes it really truly works because there's a need for massive purging here. And sometimes crying works. I just see all these cups inside, but not on the outside. Like like a big cry. Like breakdown baby cry. Like I'm not even kidding. Like if you have it in you, do it. When I need to cry, I wish I can cry like that. Sometimes I'll put on to get it going because I can be real strong. I'll put on like soldiers coming home or babies being born, something like that. I just there's something with a past life with me with military, so I whelp, and my kids laugh, and I laugh, and I'm like, oh my god, like I want my kids to spread their wings. Go live in another country. I'll fucking miss you to pieces. But man, this is your life. I didn't bring you into this fucking life for you not to do nothing. It's okay. There's FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? So like this really is something from childhood, because the Six of Cups keeps being at the bottom of the deck when there's something major happening. But don't make excuses for that, because I think somebody's fully aware of it and still chooses not to address it. They could be slowly working on it, which would be phenomenal. It just pulled me to like a past life reading. So maybe I can get to that this weekend for you guys, and that might come in to the dynamic, because some shit needs to be addressed. And you can't be that person. I mean, you can. You're taking a risk of having a big blowout fight, which is okay, because it might end up in a purge. It's risky. Best advice for this Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, because this is somebody who's holding back because of childhood, with the Six of Cups being down there. Or their past. But I'm telling you, there's something about childhood here. Oh my gosh. I love what I do. Purge. Like, I can feel it. Gotta let it out. Gotta let it out, guys. So, can you guys hear me? Nothing's moving. I'm sure you guys are probably just really engaged, but I want to make sure. Just hit the like button. I just need one like to see. Got 11 here, 17 here. See, nothing's happening. 11. Oh, that went to 13, so my phone can hear me. Oh, that went to 18. Good. Maybe I don't know what's going on. All right, so let's go to this Ace of Cups, because it looks like clearly this is self-love or wanting to offer or feeling this way. I don't know if someone turned your back. I don't know if someone current turned their back, or someone turned their back when you were a child. I mean, something's just screaming childhood here. Princess of Wands, Nine of Wands. See, there's something childhood, and the Hermit wants to keep popping out. The Six of Cups keeps ending up at the bottom of the deck. This is big. If this isn't you, I don't know how you would help this person, because this is bigger than you. Like, this has nothing to do with you. It's their own shit. So you got a feminine energy here thinking, but again, see, her back is turned. So someone turned their back on you, either as a child or currently, even though there was love. But something wasn't being addressed, because her sword's fucking in the air. She's like, dude, I'm done. I drew my sword. So I don't know what happened between you guys, but the sword is up, and this guy doesn't look too happy. He doesn't want to give up. It's the same situation here. But at the same time, there's a tower. Like, something had to crumble. But instead of addressing something, someone's just working with the Eight of Pentacles. So avoiding. And it's like, what are you doing? This happened for a reason. I hope a majority of you are not cross watchers, and you start addressing what I'm saying, because it's so clear. This also involves your life path. If you guys are into numerology, I would get your life path. It might help address some things. See, because it's the King of Wands here too. It's the same one that's like, do I fight? Do I give up? Do I not? Like, doesn't want to give up, but really isn't doing anything either. Could I say they're thinking about it? I'd love to say that, but this is more feeling conflicted and trapped with the Eight of Swords. It's not the Four of Swords, you know? And again, we'd be going this direction. So it's still the same energy holding back. But it's like they're angry at themselves for holding back, but gotta cry, man. Gotta purge. Don't just soak in a tub or go near water. Like, you gotta straight out whelp. I would feel like if this is a masculine, I'd feel like they would have way too much pride to do this in front of him. It is what it is. I mean, you might even feel awkward or you would be there to hold the person. It doesn't matter. It's what's happening. So you turned your back. You did invest in this for those who are dating or were seeing someone, went through a breakup, let it go. You did. They did offer you something. But again, it wasn't enough. I don't even think it's because it went too slow. They just didn't offer emotions. It was just kind of like, here, this is what I'm doing. This is my situation. Like, this is nothing. Like, this offer, whatever it was nothing. It didn't ground anything. It didn't fix anything. There was no emotion. And you have a woman that loved a masculine, loved. And I would never say love too much, but her cup is overpouring. Like, this is somebody who is unconditional and raw. I kind of want to get back to my raw loves. They're a lot of work though. Um, it's not like that person wasn't good enough, because if they're the Prince of Pence, you saw them as the King of Pence. To me, I would want the King of Pence over any king. They're more laid back than the King of Wands, but you know what? That king knows what they want. It's a lot. And again, if this is just you, it's childhood trauma. This is just not the normal read. You need to address it. This would be from a mother figure or the monarchy or the family, or even an older sister if a sister raised you, or an aunt, a grandmother, a mother. Any monarchy. It doesn't even have to be a monarchy, just someone who played that role. Because they just got you to a certain point. Like, they didn't show that type of love, but they could have loved you to bits. But unfortunately, you followed in their footsteps. And I hate to say it that way, and it's up to you to break it. Will you push through? I hope so. That's gotta be tough. I dealt with childhood shit too, but not like this. My end's more adult things than childhood. As an adult, you're probably good, to be honest with you. This stems from childhood, but don't make excuses for anybody. Because clearly, if someone's stealing cars and doing shit, like, I mean, come on. Get yourself out of those scenarios. There's no way to live. What's with this King of Wands? I hear snoring. Sorry, it distracted me. Cassie must be in here. King of Wands. The Hangman. Okay, that's good. Kinda. 'Cause I don't know if this is control, but this is also, they could be changing their position. They could be changing how they think. But don't get excited if you're a cross watcher. Don't forget everything I just addressed, okay? Because to me, I hate to say it, I feel like this is more of a control thing with 3 of Cups, just wanting to do my thing. Once again, not really, I'm hoping it's more like, "Hmm, what do I want? Am I gonna learn that lesson? Am I gonna go in a new direction?" So that is positive. Somebody else, I don't know if it was Patreon or another element where there was a little bit of positivity. That's what Tell me about the Hangman. Again, at the end, I will go and tell you, possible outcome. But, this is, you know, I'm not gonna say it's risky, but this is one of those reads where everything's still in the air, okay? So the Alchemist. So, again, that can be tricky considering this person's not in the best energy. That could possibly be trying to manipulate a situation and to go in their favor. Like somebody wants to slow something down for it to go in their favor. See what I'm saying? Until they make the next move, because they could be still dwelling over somebody else, because we do have the 5 of Cups with the Queen of Swords, so that could be you. Someone's still trying to heal. So unfortunately, it does kind of look like it's a little bit of manipulation here. Tell me about the Alchemist, because it's like slowing something down on purpose until they can figure something out, and it's just like shit doesn't work that way. So I hope they figure it out. Again, Queen of Swords, 2 of Wands, the same exact message. Let me go to this deck real quick, because I don't know, and I think it's important for you to know what that's saying, because Judgment's right next to it. And I don't think this is somebody that's judging themselves for something that's going on or something that happened as a child. I think this is more like, I fucked up over here, and I'm kind of seeing I missed an opportunity, but it doesn't mean there'll be a second chance. So what's with this Alchemist? Because no matter who this woman is here, you know, whether it's their past, a monarchy, a different person between the Queen of Cups, because if this is someone from their past, it's not the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups has love and patience and nurtures and showed more than enough. Maybe they wanted more. Maybe they weren't searching for love. Maybe whomever you were dealing with, you know, I can't even say it like that, because if they lacked love as a child, they would want that. So it's like, careful what you wish for, because now they have it and they don't know how to quite deal with it. Maybe they didn't see it coming. Magician, please. The Phoenix, a new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. That is phenomenal. So, congratulations. I don't know if this is hitting you yet. If you're going to purge, I mean, that's phenomenal to get that card with the Hangman, because that's what the Hangman is here for. So, again, if you're cross watching, don't get too excited. Get excited for them, but not excited for an us situation. Because you see what I'm saying? Because you turn your back. So just, this is where readings get real tricky, and you start watching other readers and you're like, oh, but they're changing. And it's like, sit back. You're very intuitive. What does your gut tell you? Don't go with a caption on a video, or I'm telling you, I've been in these situations. I know what it can do. Let them come to you. I would keep that sword up right now. I don't think it's a bad thing. You're a very compassionate person. So I think you've said enough and done enough. This is somebody's job. This is a fire sign's job to do their own inner work. Let go. Mind you, I am reading for Aries, Leo, Sag. You do have an Aries here that possibly has a changed mind, a new phase. You do have a Leo up here that feels stuck and can't figure something out. You do have a Sag here with judgment. So I don't know if that's saying something to you guys, because I didn't pinpoint that in other readings. I'm getting to judgment next. So, but this could all be an Aries energy, a Leo's energy, fire, Sag, or it could literally be breaking them down with Leo, Aries, Sag. And it could be a Leo who feels stuck and needs to pick up on something. But the way the storyline is going, it's everyone. Tell me about judgment. I mean, this could be week 1, week 2. I mean, I do it all as one read. You take it as is. But if we're going to read it like that, I mean, for 4 days, no. Your best advice was to purge. I already told you that. And that this person's not purging. Judgment, Queen of Pentacles. See, what the apple sticks with the sun. Some of you could be dealing with a straight up Leo and a Cancer. A Leo and a Taurus. Another Leo and a Cancer. I'm looking at major arcana. That's another Leo. That's a Libra. I mean, honestly, it could be any sign, but prominent signs could be Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Aries. Possible. No, you got Sag here too. And Pisces. All right, so let's not go that roll. So who's the Queen of Pentacles? Is it a Leo? Is it a Taurus? Now we got the Queen of Wands. We got the Sun, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands, Temperance, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Who's this Queen of Pentacles? Is it the feminine that's judging a situation? I hope so. No matter who she is. This situation does need to be judged. It doesn't mean judge them. It just means make your own judgment call. Or it could be somebody else that we have no idea. King of Pentacles could be a wife with the Hermit and the Emperor. So we could have a husband-wife, somebody dealing with their past. Does he want a second chance with her, or does she want a second chance with him? This looks like a whole bunch of drama. Looks like the drama already happened. Let's get a card. Let's see what's going to happen with judgment. Because this masculine's really going within. So is someone going to come back and want a second chance? Does he give it a second chance? Because if he's considering a second chance with her, then who is she? Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Emperor. This was a marriage. This was somebody who was together. Again, I hope this is the woman making a judgment call. I hope this is the woman going within. The card that I was going to grab that's flipped is someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting them know. That doesn't mean it's good. See if I can get something else to confirm that. Because right above is the devil. Looking at photos, missing you. Yeah, see, so this is somebody who's kind of like, hey, I'm here. So I don't know what that's about, because again, it's all this is being crowned by the devil. And then we got the chaser. Chaser, codependent relationship, fear of being abandoned. So it doesn't look good. Okay. He might give it a second shot. She might give it a second shot. So if you're a woman here and there happens to be that type of dynamic, it's good that you turn your back. You're in a real shitty predicament if that's your scenario. Because I will tell you, in water, there was a chance. It's almost like with the water read, what was it? There was a situation like this where whoever she was making it real known that she was going to give something a second chance, but she decided not to in the water read because it got rejected. But I also said within 2 weeks, this energy may come back out of fear of losing somebody. But it's codependent, and especially with the devil, it's toxic, it's karmic. So it's judgment. So she might all of a sudden be like, I want you back. But here's the thing. The masculine's going within and looking and thinking about someone else. He has to be strong to lay the weight down. If that's the scenario for those who are dealing with third party. Again, if you're single, you need to make a judgment call and let go of something you've held on to. If you're just dating somebody, just started seeing someone, you're gonna have a lot of fun, but you're gonna burn the passion too quick. The flame will die too quick because you'll realize real quick that this person's holding back and they got some shit going down with them. And that's not for everybody. You could be dealing with two people here, two men. But listen, this chick right here, the wife, whoever she was, hermit mode, she's not really going within. You don't go within and have fear of losing somebody or being codependent or is just thinking about memories and like, oh my God, I don't know, because this energy just wants you to know that, hi, I'm still here. So she could be real quiet right now with the hermit. She could be real quiet with the husband, but there's another man here. So there's a whole bunch going on. She could possibly be talking to somebody and keeping it for him because look how the hermit's looking at the husband, but yet there's somebody else there too. Why is there two men? There only needs to be one. And I'm telling you right now, whoever she is, if she's an ex-wife or a current wife or a girlfriend from a long time, whomever she is, she's purposely keeping something quiet from the emperor. And there is another man here. Or she's looking at the emperor like, oh man, I don't want to lack that money because the King of Pence is somebody who has money. Or somebody who's stable and reliable, someone who can pay their bills, someone that provides. Doesn't have to might have to have money in the bank, but someone who can provide. But again, we have the chaser and photograph, right? So this one's gonna make sure, like, hey, I did want a second chance. Well, now all of a sudden, you know what I think I do. But she just doesn't want to lose you. She's afraid of being abandoned. But this is toxic. This is karmic. She could be hiding that she's talking to somebody else, or she's kind of lying to you. Yeah, somebody from your past could be somebody from her past. Let's find out who this King of Pence is, because there's a good chance there's somebody else here, because she's keeping somebody. She's keeping something from the husband, with the Emperor being there, or her boss. But to see this the second chance, we already know there's a karmic partner here somewhere. See what I'm saying? I don't know if she just doesn't want to hurt him. He hurt her. Again, the past. She's disappointed. There's another lover. So she could have somebody. She could be dating somebody. She could be talking to somebody. Because there's a love call here too. She could be keeping it from him. A lot going on here, troops. Whole lot. Okay? Definitely a few different stories. But anywho, you know how I feel about that. There's no need to talk about that. I told you, if you're going to put yourself in that situation, go find another reader who's going to read you that story. Because it never pans out right. Ever. Never ever in the book of forever has that ever went in anybody's benefit. The other person. You know what I'm saying? It just never. If it does, write a book. Because millions of women would like to know how you figured that out. Okay, Page of Pence. I say move on. That was a fucking lesson for everybody. Princess of Pence. 9 of Cups. So yeah, somebody does want this again with somebody they really like. Doesn't seem to be her, but the tables can turn real quick if she all of a sudden she's like, sure you don't want to work on this, you know? Or this is the feminine, the Queen of Cups over here. Page of Pence already offered this. Yeah, it makes you happy. But you know what? Decision didn't get made. You're probably bent out of shape. Yeah, the Queen of Cups is extremely disappointed on how something went down. So this is another woman, you know? She's on the same page, but she's not on the same page, if that makes sense. Because she has a lot of strength right now. She doesn't want to carry this burden. She shouldn't have to carry this burden. She's really upset. There was something really good here going, and it looks like, the ego could have gotten in the way. Who knows? It looks like a decision wasn't made, and she made her own. And so you got a man here. If he's dealing with multiple women, they're both hurt. It's just like, geez. And if there's not multiple women and it's just two of you, this is you going within. Like, do I want to be with somebody else? Do I really want this? The Emperor is somebody who tries to control situations. Again, if you're single, you got to have a free spot here. You got to lay the burdens down. A lot of it has to do with your own past, things that went down. To me, you wanted a coin. You wanted something. But what it was that was presented, it wasn't enough. It's not a bad thing. If that's you, keep moving forward. You're doing a good job right now. Don't worry about what happened. Don't hold on to the pain. Focus on your work, focus on your studies, focus on moving forward, focus on grounding yourself. The sun's coming out, it's behind you. We know this woman that's not linked to a karmic situation is moving slow and steady. She is moving forward. You were the fool. You had the chicklin. You know the that feminine, that group of feminine for the collective. You're definitely moving forward. You have the strength right now, and it sucks. I've been in that situation where like, oh my god, you're so strong. It doesn't mean that we don't feel pain. I actually take it personally sometimes when someone says, "You're so strong, you can handle it," and it's like, fuck yeah, I can. But it doesn't mean we don't feel it. It doesn't mean we deserve to go through what we went through, you know? So, just a little side note, women, life's not easy, but push through. You got this. You have enough restraint right now with strength. And because you don't want to deal with the devil energy, guys. You're smarter than that. Still hurts, right? But you know what you deserve at the end of the day. So keep pushing through. 10 of Wands. Focus on your studies. Focus on a hobby. Focus on yourself. Get outside. Your harvest is coming, man. She's holding that wheat. Yeah, the 10 of Pens. This is heavy on somebody with the 7 of Swords. Like fighting with people, blocking people. 7 of Swords, lies, deceit, not drawing the sand and not drawing a line in the sand. 6 of Pens, giving to too many situations. Again, like I said, whomever this masculine energy is to you, it is trying to feed too many things, trying to make somebody feel too many people feel the right way. That's because of what they're lacking, but at the same time won't go after. Lies, deceit, deception. They need to heal. All right. They could be missing you, but you know what? Vice versa. Like heartbroken, the fool, like 6 of Cups, King of like it is what it is. But they're still coming in as the King of Swords too, an energy that's very detached right now. So know where you stand. So I don't know if I should do possible outcome or best advice. Because I don't see any outcomes like that here. There's too much that needs to be worked on. I don't want to put you in a position where, okay, it's only gonna be another week or two, like I can hack it. I don't want to put you guys in that position. I was a tarot junkie. I know the position you could be put in by the way a reader reads something. It gives you a little bit of hope. But I don't want you to hold on to hope right now in a toxic situation while somebody's dealing with something toxic. I want you to work on yourselves. Let this person who's dealing with a toxic situation work on themselves. Everybody's hurt. And the masculine man, they're not showing it, they're hiding it. Could be a possible addiction. Just works, just puts the focus elsewhere so they don't have to address the tower. Like I said, the tower with the 8 of Pence. I told you, somebody's avoiding something. Something went down, and instead of really addressing it and moving forward, especially if two people need a divorce or they're moving on, gotta really move on. Like it's time to draw the line. Like boundaries need to be set, and there's no boundaries. Like something's keeping someone stuck. So if people are separated, gotta get a divorce, gotta nip it in the butt. If this is past life regression, you got to deal with that. If this is past life, how you were raised with feelings and not enough love, got to purge, got to address it. If you were another woman, you were unaware of it, or somebody, you were dating somebody, but their ex came in, became a third party situation, whether they were sleeping with or not, there was still interference. It still hurts. You wanted more, you didn't get it. You did the right thing because this energy is still feeding two people. So that means you're still entertaining them, whether it's on a friendship level or not. So be careful there too because they're holding back. I know what it's like to tell yourself certain stuff. I know what it's like to have that temptation. Do I go? Do I not? Do I talk? Do I not? Like, Spirit saying right now, just focus on you. You're hurt. There's only so much you can do. Don't get caught up in something. I can't stress that enough. And again, if you're on your own, there's no man or woman in your life, time to move forward. You've been going too slow. Push through because you're avoiding things too. I don't even think you realize you're holding on to this. And Mercury's like, hey, I'm going to make you realize what you're lacking, what you're missing out on. Pull it together. If you're on medication, consult a doctor or wean yourself off. It's holding you back. And that really consult a doctor because it really depends on what type of medication you're on. But some of you, I can see it's fucking with your feelings. It's not letting you address certain things that need to be addressed. Self-medicating. I used to do that with Valium. I don't want to address it. I just want to go to bed. Fucking anxiety. I can't take it. I mean, it wasn't bad or anything like that. I mean, but I would take it years ago, and I still do it once in a while, but maybe once a year, twice a year, if that. I'll take a Valium and just be like, all right, like woosah, go to bed. But I'm taking it because I don't want to think about it and I just want to go to bed. You know what I mean? I want to sleep. But this is somebody who's actually been taking medicine for could even be like 4 years. So just be careful because by now, like really, especially if you're drinking, it there could just be a chemical imbalance. Not saying the medicine doesn't work. Sometimes medicine does work for some people. Like last year, I told you I tried the Adderall and it worked for me because I do have the HD, and it did work, but I wasn't consistent. And I really felt like there were side effects. And my doctor was convinced, like, no, Courtney, it's really not. It's time lapsed. So again, a few months ago, I was like, oh man, will it help me get out of a funk? I got no problem telling you this. I'm very open. And I got another script and I tried for like a week or two and I took one here and there. And again, it's the same shit. I'm not consistent. So what's the point? Self motivation, self drive. And I could see why people would be in this position because this is what we're dealing with. Something like this will drag you down with you not even seeing it. And the next thing you know, you're fucking hurt. But my women that learned some type of lesson, it's only a matter of time. That drive, that passion, I mean, it's coming back. So I don't think I really need to address you guys. It's slow and steady wins the race. Just don't get sidetracked. And I'm telling you, it's odd. Like Adderall works for me, but man, I can't stay consistent. I'm just like all the more reason why I probably should here and there, right? But then it's like I don't know. I hate putting shit into my body. I hate it, guys. I've always been like that. refused to take it as a kid. I tried it as an adult. Just couldn't stay consistent. If you can't stay consistent, don't bother. All right. So what I'm going to do is give you best advice. Okay. So that way, because there's so many, there's so many things going on that I think your best advice is more beneficial for you, because to you here it's already over. Here it's over, but like it's never fucking ending over. That's self torture. And this woman, she says the right thing to keep you thinking about a situation. Could she be using children? I don't know. So if you're that masculine, sit back and be like, what went down before children? Is it really children? Is it really one thing? Because if something can work, absolutely try to fix it, especially why this other person turned their back. But don't think for 1 second, spirit's telling me you're in a comic, okay? If she came in for a reason. And that's what people fuck up. That's why, like, when someone cheats, oh, I'll take you back. You know what I mean? That's where you fuck up. Right then and there. Straight up tells you it's a comic, because if there's love between two people, my belief, it would never happen. You wouldn't question it. You try to fix it. Like, and if that person's not on the same page, then you're in a comic. You know? You know what I mean, jelly beans? Man, this is a lot. Don't let this energy get the best of you. Some of you, it's too late. You're already fucking absorbed. You're already fucking sucked in. Because you're not seeing it. Especially if you're a man, you got multiple people. And this woman could be hiding another man right here. I don't know what that's about. Because she's hiding something with the Hermit looking at the Emperor. She's hiding something. She just doesn't want to lose you. And if there's not another person, she's looking at you as a really good provider. And you may think to yourself, no way. But you don't know. Because you're too caught up in other things. You're too caught up to see something. You have love over here is what you wanted. You probably wanted it from her and didn't get it. You're lacking something from childhood. You see what I'm saying? Like, too many things need to be addressed that's not being addressed. You're dealing with someone who straight up had a tower moment, and still, instead of feeling the energy of working on something, they put all their time and focus into work or whatever they do than to actually address it. Not good. I mean, there's people here that are definitely going to repeat patterns. So know who you are and know what you deserve. And again, if this isn't you, it could just be your friends going through this. Be there for your friends. But again, I'd be real careful too, because this is a whole lot and you can't fix your friend's problem. Like, if this was Ash, I can't fix it. I can be there for you. I'm the Queen of Cups, but I'm only going to give you so much because this is inner work. So if you're dealing with somebody who's like, oh, let me figure me out. Well, here's the thing. I think it's beautiful that they're going within and changing their mind and that they're seeing the love you have. But other shit's not being addressed. So it's not going to help them. They're just seeing what they lost because they weren't paying attention when it was there. So best advice for this Queen of Cups that, turned their back on a situation, invested, just wanted more. It's not a bad thing. Doesn't mean you're dealing with a bad person. Just wanted more. You know, the Four of Shells. Okay, soul searching, reevaluation. So she's reevaluating her life. That's a good thing. Deck, Eight of Wands, energy, results. Okay, so you're going to see something from it. But it's also the Four of Cups. Again, see, don't dwell on what you didn't get, or don't dwell and think something's coming either. If this is saying something's coming to you because somebody feels like they missed an opportunity, because you don't feel like you missed an opportunity. If anything, you're looking at them and be like, you missed an opportunity, right? Again, Spirit saying reevaluate. It might be worth it because somebody is truly going within. But you got to be real careful there too, like extremely careful, because they still need to address this. Six of Swords, Eight of Swords, Strength. Six of Swords, Eight of Swords, Strength. I mean, you don't even need I don't even need to. I already told you your best advice. Yeah. Like you got to get out of it. There's a lesson here. Like only you can take yourself out of the Eight of Swords, right? So it's the King of Shells that needs to do that. Harmony, integrity, go within. And again, he's looking right at her because she's the one that turned her back. He's like, damn, did I miss an opportunity? Instead of, damn, did I miss an opportunity? Fix what's in front of you. And chances are a majority of you are cross-watching and this is your story. And it's not like you can go to this person and be like, hey, it's a tough scenario. Nine of Wands, Eight of Pence, Tower, best advice. The Wheel, change. All right, there's other possibilities. That's your best advice, change. And right now, nothing's changing, you know, so be careful. Nine of Cups, Chariot, Devil. That's why I said be real careful, because the Wheel's here. That's where I said someone could repeat a pattern, okay? And that's with the whole prison thing, too. So again, it's iffy. You got the Eight of Wands, energy and results. So someone's trying real hard to shift their energy to see some type of result. I'm not a counselor here. I'm not going to continue to preach, okay? This is your best advice. So change. You want different results? You got to do it yourself. Talk about it. Accept it. Because the Four Acorn here, right? It's like, again, hold them back. But again, self-comfort, you know, instead of not talking about it. Because here, I'm going to get you best advice with the Page of Cups, with the Four of Pentacles holding back. But I already told you, it's here, purge, you know, but we'll get a little bit more. But that's already your advice, but I can give you a little more in case that purge doesn't work for you. Oh, Ace of Cups, happiness, abundance, Spirit saying go after the new love. There's a good chance you might, okay? So if Spirit's telling somebody to go after new love, it's linked to her. So somebody feels like, shit, I missed an opportunity. And Spirit's also telling the woman reevaluate. But be real careful, too. You're going to want to see change. You see a pattern that went down like it did before, shut it down real quick. If somebody wants to work with you regarding something, then go for it. If you're single, self-love. Cut the ties. Best advice for Ace of Cups. The Chariot. So it's like determination. You got to stick with it. Okay? Got to stick with self-love. Got to stick with whatever it is you want. With the Four of Crystals. So it's the person that's holding back. All right? There is, stop with the control. But there is security here. Maybe somebody doesn't see that. Best advice for the King of Wands. You are dealing with somebody who's extremely determined. You just probably don't see it. Page of Crystals. Stay disciplined. Spirit saying stay disciplined. Come up with a new idea. Judgment. Best advice for Judgment. Queen of Pens, Hermit, all this stuff. The Emperor sitting on it. You know, second chances. Best advice. You have the Shaman in Love. You've got to make a choice here. You have to trust yourself, and you got to use your spiritual power or the wisdom that you have. Okay? So some of you, there's most definitely two people. This person's not making a choice, like I said. Right now, they don't know what to do because somebody is here probably going to want them back. Spirit saying move forward. They don't know what to think because they feel like they missed an opportunity, but at the same time, they want it back. But they're still holding on to this. If they do this with the wheel, they're just going to repeat another karmic cycle. That's why I said, no matter what position you're in right now, if you're dating or you're dealing with this or this is your story, you got to be real careful. I wouldn't engage and reevaluate nothing until something's clear or someone's talking to you. Right now, soul search and work on you, like I said. This person needs to do shadow work. I've said that. That's why I said you can't change the scenario. This person has to change their own scenario. This person has to make a choice and move forward. It's looking right at trust. It's looking right at the Queen of Cups here. That's very hurt because somebody is feeding too many people. Even though she took herself out of the scenario, she's still dealing with this. Bye, Jen. Have a great day. You know, this person has to trust going in a new direction. They have to make a choice. And the thing is, the Tower came in. Choice should have already been made a while ago. This shouldn't even have happened. But it did. It is what it is. So if this is your person and you're thinking and there's multiple people you're dating, this person's still like teetering. It's not a good feeling for you. Okay? So best advice for this Queen of Cups over here that's, you know, should be taking care of it herself. Worry about yourself, ground yourself, take care of yourself. You got the Ace of Pents. Okay? So manifestation, prosperity. With the Ace of Acorn, confidence. So you got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pents. I told you, I'm not worried about my women here. You are going through a little bit of a struggle, but your energy is going to shift real quick. Worry about you. Plant seeds, nurture those seeds, water those seeds. And it's funny because you're holding the pen here with the Page of Pens and holding the wheat like the harvest is coming in. Manifest what you want. If you don't know how to manifest, then just be positive. The negative thought comes, sorrow comes, pinch yourself. Change your thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to really think about what needs to be said before you react. You know, so be real careful here. Focus on you. You have a new opportunity coming. Could be with work. But your energy is about to shift. Again, Ace of Coin and Ace of Rods. Right? So focus on that. Everybody else knows where they stand. Best advice for this Ten of Wands. There needs to be balance here. This person needs to have boundaries. The boundaries need to be set. But they're not doing it yet. They're still feeding. What, you know, it is what it is. And you got the Nine of Crystals. All right, so somebody is stressed out too, but there is security there. I mean, not stressed out because it would be the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pence. You know, this is somebody who says focus on a security, weave a new web, Time to fly. It's like Charlotte. Okay. So it's also a card of have confidence. I don't really see lack of confidence. If anything, someone's got a pretty big ego here, but it's ironic because it's telling you twice to go after your happiness here, and your happiness is what new love, and it is what somebody who's very disciplined and determined. I just don't think you're seeing it. And here it's saying the same thing. Go after that security, that abundance, you know. But again, it's not your job to have somebody else see something in a situation like this. If you're the Queen of Cups, it would be their job to act on something and show you what they want, especially feelings, right? Because this is hard for this person. But hey, it's just this isn't freaking Dr. Phil. I gave enough knowledge. I gave you enough insight. I gave you your best advice. Tis is what it is. All right, y'all. I love you. Um, I'll be back in like 5 or 10 minutes to weekend energy. Okay. Let me shut this down. Hi. All right, y'all. I love you. Just watch for me. I should be back on within 10 minutes. Okay. Love you guys. Gonna step out of this. If you're gonna come back and watch weekend energy, get up, stretch, move your arms, do a couple jumping jacks, go get some water. If you're sitting down, get up and stretch. All right, get out of this energy. Love you.